Hello, this is the Longy audio experience while I'm driving. I just wanted to pop in. Why do I talk like that? I just wanted to pop in and, I was trying to film a video, but my phone doesn't have any more storage, so I'm turning this into an audio experience, and I'm probably just gonna lay over pictures or something. Oh, the pictures will be good. Yeah, pictures. And the topic I have today, and I guess for the next whatever amount of days it takes me to finish the book, is Think and Grow Rich by Napoleon Hill. It's a book that I just started, a book that I wanted to read for a little while, but the book recommends that you have a little study group for when you read the book. That way you can get the key points dialed in, and with other people you get other perspectives and interpretations that may help you see things from a different perspective. So I was wondering how I should do this. Maybe I should just get into it. So the book is about how to think and grow rich, and from what I can see, I only read the first chapter last night, which was 18 pages. I didn't think I would be able to read 18 pages, only because I started reading at 2 a.m. But 18 pages wasn't too bad. I figured out that if I use two hands to read, then I won't fall asleep. But if I use one hand to read, it's kind of too lax. So yeah, it's easy to fall asleep that way. It's a little more intense when you use two hands, at least for me. So it's about thinking and growing rich, and how they use the word transmute a lot, which I haven't heard since freaking TechGit Minecraft, which is pretty funny. And that's the only reason why I know that word. I don't even know what it means, but I just know about transmutation through the transmutation table on TechGit Minecraft. So what am I talking about? Transmutation. Okay, so they talk about how your thoughts and the stronger your thoughts and desires leads to the transmutation of transmutation. So thinking and growing rich, you take your thoughts, the thing that they studied 25,000 people, successful people, and dissected, I guess, their journey on how they became successful. I think it's Napoleon Hill, but I can't remember the guy's name who did the actual field study. But they took the 25,000 people, cross-referenced, I guess, what similarities each of them had. And one thing that each of them had was that their thoughts were powerful, in the sense that their thoughts were deep and detailed, and their thoughts helped transmute their wishes and dreams into the physical manifestation of what they wanted. The first example they have in the in the book, is of a guy who wanted to be a business partner with Thomas Edison. Alexander Graham Bell, with Thomas Edison. So the guy, he had this dream to be the business partner of Thomas Edison, and he was in butt crack nowhere with no money. And I guess this was in some olden days. I'm not really sure the the era of Thomas Edison, but he decided that he wanted to go through with it. Like this dream that he had was like more important than anything else in his life, like, which is pretty crazy. Like he wanted this more than anything, so much so that he gave up his life. He gave up his current life in pursuit of this goal. So what he did was he traveled. He took all of his money, whatever money he had left, and took the train. I can't remember what they call it. The blind train or something. The blind box. You just ride the train, I guess, and then you end up at their destination. And so that guy, he showed up to Thomas. Why do I keep on thinking of Alexander Graham Bell? Thomas Edison's laboratory. But Thomas Edison created the light bulb. Why is it that he has a laboratory? I would think like a workshop. But he showed up to the laboratory and, like, I guess with conviction, sort of demanded or like plead to the people, like, I want to be the business partner of Thomas Edison. And this guy had like tattered clothes, I guess, because obviously he had no money. He came from nowhere, and so yeah, he showed up, and he didn't look the part. Like, he didn't have the like lab coats, I guess, or like whatever scrubs, anything crap. He didn't have that. But Thomas Edison, I guess later on, said that in this guy, he saw that this guy wasn't gonna take no for an answer. Like, this guy came with conviction, thinking it's this or I'm going to like blow this place up. Like, it's either let me in or I'm not living anymore. Like, that's how serious this guy was, I guess. And so Thomas Edison, I guess, seen that, or like understood that. And because he wanted to do something so great as to be a business partner, he obviously couldn't let the guy come in like without any prerequisites or like any understanding of the guy's capabilities. So he decided to just let him work like work in the factory, but not directly with Thomas Edison. And so Thomas Edison had, I guess, some kind of prototype, some kind of product that he wanted to be sold like around the world. But a lot of the existing business partners inside of the laboratory were shooting down his idea, like, oh no, that can't be done. No one would buy this, kind of thinking. But the main guy in the story, he was like, this is my opportunity. Like, I can get this done. Like, if this means working with Thomas Edison, I can get this done. And so, with that in mind, his goal being that he wants to be a business partner with Thomas Edison, he was like, this is the perfect opportunity to prove like my worth and like that I can do it, and show that I deserve to be a business partner with Thomas Edison. And so, long story short is the guy ended up being able to sell that product all over the world, making it a tremendous success. Thomas Edison recognizing it, obviously, and decided to take him up as a partner. Yeah, and so through that dedication and the thoughts from having that, from that day that he jumped on the train to that moment when he was able to take on that task and prove himself valuable. It was his thoughts that took him to where he wanted to be. It was his thoughts that got him onto the train. Like, I want to work with Thomas Edison. It was his thoughts. It was his thoughts that, how would you say it? It was his thoughts that allowed him to think that he was capable of, it was his thoughts that allowed him to think that he was capable of accomplishing the task at hand. Because if everyone else, I mean, I think the saying is going against the tide. The tide was saying that this thing is like unsellable, unmarketable, no one's gonna want it. Consensus says it's not gonna work, you know? But when your thoughts are so strong, you make it work, you know? And I guess and I think that's what they're trying to get across, is that, like, your thoughts, and that's the other thing, like, something that comes on a little bit later, is that impossible, it's stupid. Like, impossible, there's like, I'm referencing something else, like some other form of media, but impossible, what is the word, what is the saying? Oh wait, I'm freaking drawing a blank. Impossible. You're possible. Anyways, impossible. Like, why are things impossible? Like, what's impossible for someone may not be impossible for someone else. Okay, that's the thing. It was someone was talking about the 4-minute mile was impossible until someone broke it, you know? So like someone like me, someone overweight, out of shape, that thing is like currently impossible for me. Like, it's not possible for me. But to someone who's trained, well trained, all that, they can do that easily. Like, that's very possible for them. And so impossible it's like, it exists, but it doesn't exist. Like, what's impossible for you is not impossible for someone else. And so that means that whatever task that is actually possible. So impossible means absolutely no possibility. If I underwent some training, I'm sure I could open up a bunch of possibilities. And so back to the story, all these people were saying that thing was impossible. And then he had to go ahead and prove them wrong, because with a strong desire, strong thoughts, and a strong follow through, thoughts can become reality. And that's what we've seen there. There's another part about, I'm just thinking, like, the thoughts are so strong that it was able to drive him to success. Like, he got exactly where he wanted to be by the conviction in him riding off of his thoughts. What is the lyric, like, how you say it? If you move through the room, you can drive off the fumes, cause how you stay faithful in a room full of hugs. Okay. Anyways, there's another part in the book about a guy who removed impossible from his dictionary. Like, he bought a brand new dictionary, went in and got rid of the word impossible. Another story from the book is, from that same chapter, is a guy there's the gold rush in Denver, Colorado, in Colorado, and a guy got the jump on a spot that had gold in the mine, or had like a gold discovery there in a mining vein. So the guy was like, holy crap, I can do this. Like, I know where it's at. I'm going to get the money and I'm going to do it. And he had the thought power to think like, okay, I have the thought. Now I'm going to make this happen no matter what. No matter what. That's important. Like, no matter what. I have the thought. I'm going to make it happen no matter what. So the guy, he collects money from all over, like, his family, friends, community, all that. Goes to the well and starts digging. Like, he buys the machine, starts digging, and he strikes the gold, like exactly what he thought. And so he's like manifesting this dream, like, oh, I thought about the gold, and now I'm getting the gold. So he's getting the gold, and he's like, awesome. Everything's going good. He's paying off everyone that invested, and and then I guess, like, after a month or so, the well runs dry, or the vein runs dry, and so the guy's like, oh no, like, what do I do? Like, the vein is dry. I guess I just gotta pack it up and go home, you know. And he ends up like breaking even. He sells all of his machinery to this other guy, and this other guy this other guy is freaking crazy. The other guy is like, oh my gosh, I've surveyed this area and I know how. I've tested this area. Like, I went in after he gave up on his digging dream, but I have the resources to survey the area and see if there's any more gold in this vein. Like, this guy found the vein, but he's only like 50 feet under the surface. But I know from previous experience that the gold isn't reached until like 80 feet. If he's only dug 50 feet, he hasn't even scratched the surface on what gold there could possibly still be had. So that guy went in with that knowledge, and he had the resources to call someone in and further survey the land. And the guy that he called in was like, there's still like a bunch of gold here. The guy who previously owned the mining site just was digging in the wrong direction. And so I'm trying to think of exactly what the takeaway is, but like, because the guy in the thought in the beginning, he got exactly what he wanted. Like, he found the gold. That was his thing. But I guess he didn't go further into the gold side. Like, yeah, you found gold, but did you find all the gold? Like, maybe that should have been his goal, is to not only find the gold, but to find every ounce of the gold in the discovery zone or whatever. But the guy, I guess the other guy, can be seen as someone who had the thought that I'm going to be scoping out these people who I believe are opportunity takers. They want in, but they don't really know gold mining like I do. And so he sniped that opportunity, brought in his team, and was like, my goal is to take the rest of the gold from these discovery sites. And I guess having the thought and transmutating it, but also maybe having a not being closed, because when I think of this story, I think of the picture of the two guys digging underground to the diamond. One guy, he's right next to the diamond, but he gives up. And that's the first guy. Right next to the diamond, but he gives up and starts walking away. He was they call it 3 feet from gold. That's the name of the story. 3 feet from gold. This guy was 3 feet away from the diamond, but he chose to not see it through, not continue. The other guy was anxiously digging towards the diamond, knowing what he wants, and was going to see it through to the end. And I guess that's what we got. But yeah, that's pretty much all I have for right now. I have to go deliver this package inside of UPS. I'll talk to you guys later. Yeah, hopefully there's some video thingy I can throw up next to this. 22 minutes. Okay, shoots. Okay, bye.